wanted to do one last, no longer TTC vlog, but one last vlog with this group because I will be doing all my pregnancy vlogs on my main channel. So if you haven't already subscribed there and you want to, go to it. And so anyway, yay! Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm just still over the moon. I will show you the chart. I'm looking at my chart now, but I'll show you guys. And as you'll be able to see, I had fairly kind of normal temperatures before. You can tell I had my positive OPKs. I ovulated. I didn't really have like a conclusive ovulation dip, but I mean I had a little bit of one, and then I just had a very definite rise in temperature, and I had a pretty clear, looks like an implantation dip when my temperatures just skyrocketed again. And so yeah, I kept getting negative tests though. Definitely kept testing. I knew I was testing too early for part of the time, and then I don't know. And if you guys have watched, for people who've watched my 3 weeks pregnant and little FAQ video on my other channel, you'll know I said that that morning I had tested and it was negative. With my first morning urine, it was negative. Like, I mean, Kyle and I were holding the little test. This is the test, negative as can be. We were holding it like at the light in the door, you know, with the sun coming in, and we were just like nothing there. And then Kyle was like, you know, we were just, it was just, you know, it was negative, and I was kind of felt like at 10 days I should be able to get a positive, since I do have just a 12-day luteal phase. Like, that was kind of my, you know, scared, not confident side coming out, was feeling that way. And then, like I said in that other video, and I'm sorry I'm repeating myself, but I know some people didn't watch it, later on I had this feeling, I just really wanted to test again. And it wasn't a feeling because of symptoms or anything. I really wasn't having any symptoms to speak of, not really. I had some possible symptoms, but you always have possible symptoms because some of the early symptoms of pregnancy are the same as when you're about to get your period, so you don't really know which it is. But I just had this feeling, I just really wanted to test, and I kept telling myself, I was like, this is such a waste of time, such a waste of time. And then before I tested, I was like, I promised I would film even if they're negative. And I was like, I'll film this one and it'll be negative, and then I'll film tomorrow morning with like my first morning urine, and that'll be the one I put up online. I was like, but I'll film now just in case. So I was actually kind of berating myself about it. I was like telling myself, this is so silly, you're wasting a test, and you know, it's so stupid. But then I was like, you know, I can't describe it. I just had this feeling. I just really wanted to test again. And so I went, Sophie and I had been out. I had really concentrated urine. I peed in a cup, put it to the side, and then I went and played with Sophie and put her to bed. And then later I came back and I was like, and I was still debating. I was like, why am I testing at noon? Why? And I kept, just like I said, I was like fighting with myself. I was like, this is so stupid. And I could not resist, right? And so I also was like, I don't know, I was having this really bad feeling about these tests because it had like this, like, I don't know, the line, even the control line, it had appeared like kind of weird. So in my head I was like, well, what if, you know, my little internet cheap test was being funny? And I had one of those, I had the first response test, and it was the one that had 3 tests in the box. So I was like rationalizing. I was like, I'll just take the expensive test today, and tomorrow morning I'll go back to the internet cheapies, and if it looks like there's a positive, I'll take a first response test and I will film it all. And that was how I rationalized it. I was like, for peace of mind, I'll just take the more expensive test, whatever. So I did, and you know, I waited for the urine to go across, and I was waiting for the control line to happen, and it did. And then I was sitting there staring at it like you always do, and I just started to think I saw a line, and then I was like, oh my gosh, there is a line. And before I think you can even really see it on the video, I like flipped the camera back to me and I'm like, oh my gosh, because I could already tell that there was a line. And by the end of the video, the line was like, it was definitely dark enough to where the camera picked it up plain as day, so everybody out there could see it. And I don't know. And the thing is after I did it, after I stopped recording and I was just staring at the test, and I went and grabbed my phone to try to take a picture for Kyle, and I was doing all that, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I look like an idiot in the video. Like, I felt really self-conscious and embarrassed of the video. And so I had gone and captured it, and I uploaded it, and or put it on my computer, and I was just like, I felt really embarrassed, and then I was just like, no, it's real, and I'll put it up. And now I'm really glad I did, because I was definitely feeling like self-conscious, because I got all teary-eyed, and that's just not my normal. I expected my reaction to be like, woo, and just that, not like teary. Like, that's just not, normally I would react with like just, you know, screams of joy and not like get all emotional. But it's just such a wonderful thing. And I think because it was so weird and I'd been so disappointed that morning, my heart just broke. I was just, in my head, I felt like if I couldn't get a positive by then, which is stupid, it is stupid, but I thought, in my head I kept feeling like, you know, if I don't get a positive by today, it's just probably not going to happen this cycle, and then we're going to have to wait, and blah blah blah. And it was just, I had all this pressure on myself, which is ridiculous, but you all know what I'm talking about. I think most of us do it. And so I think I was overwhelmed. I think I was overwhelmed, and I was shocked and ecstatic, and it was just like all came out. So now I'm really glad I put the video up, but I was embarrassed at first, and I almost was like, I don't know if I want to put this up. But you can't refilm it. It's not like I can go down there and be like, oh, I already took a test, so I'm going to take another one. It would be totally obvious. So I just put up the real one, and that's that. So anyway, you guys, yay! And I will show the chart again, because I know many people, I get very curious about pregnant charts. Like, when people conceive, I'm like, let me see your chart. I want to study it. And so I'll have it up again. I kind of stopped. As you can see, I only recorded my temps through Monday the 15th. And also, I took out all, I only have the info on there, the BD that Kyle and I did. I only put the relevant kind. Like, I took out the rest of the month because you guys really don't need to know that. So I just left in what was relevant to trying to conceive. And you guys, my cycle was so much more normal this month. It was pretty much normal. I mean, even if I hadn't conceived, my cycle would have been, it would have been 34 days, which is, I mean, that's, for me, that is pretty close to normal. So go figure, I just needed that normal cycle, and look what happened. So anyway, okay, so that's that, you guys, and I hope you go and follow the pregnancy journal on the other channel, and thank you for being here with me for this. And it's so funny because it feels so long and hard, and then when it happens, you're just like, oh, it was no big deal. Like, it was totally worth it. It's no big deal. And so, baby dust to everybody, and congrats to those of you who did conceive, woo! And, you know, baby dust to the rest of you who are trying. Like, I am just throwing it at you. And that's it for now. So I will just talk to everybody later, and, you know, go follow my other channel, go watch my pregnancy vlogs, because I really want the people from here who you guys were with me for, like, no one on that other channel was, like, it was you guys, and so you're the ones I want following me. I want you guys to be with me for this, so yay. Okay, that's it for now, you guys. It was awesome and fun, and thanks for all the support, and clearly the baby dust you sent me worked, so I'm trying to return the favor. Alright, bye, you guys.